Hey guys, and welcome to Gadget Reviews and to this long-awaited workout video. So, what I'm going to show you today is some main stuff, some main movements that I do when I work out, mostly for the upper part of the body, just how it happened, so to speak. I needed to record so many stuff for the lower part, so that's gonna be another video as soon as I can do that. But some main basic things that you can do if you have some weights and resistant bands. I did want to do a video with like mineral water bottles and all of those things, but after this crisis happened, everyone and their grandmother are doing this. Since I have all of that equipment, it's kind of ridiculous in a way for me to do that as well. So I'm just going to do something that I have promised you for years, but because different situations and conditions, I just haven't get around to it. So finally, you will see some of the things that I really do with the weights and the resistant bands. Again, mostly for the upper part. Guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and now after we finish looking at how I'm trying to see my gains somehow, let's start with this. I recently discovered Zwift. It's an app that you can run on it, and you can actually, if you have a bike, you can also ride with the bike. It does require to have some kind of a sensor, which I have. It's my Galaxy Active 2 watch, so that's how I'm able to run on Zwift, and it's absolutely amazing for cardio and everything else. So I start with that. I usually, because now I'm home office, I'm doing like 40-50 minutes of cardio on the treadmill, just because I have to do my 15,000 steps. Sometimes I do a lot more than that, like 20,000 steps. And I run a lot on Zwift now because there's so many maps on it. It's absolutely amazing. It's basically like a virtual world that you can run, and it's just awesome. I totally recommend it. It's free, but you have to have some kind of a sensor on you, like a smartwatch, Garmin, the iWatch, or whatever it's called, or the Galaxy Active 2. Starting with this pull-up movement that I do, it's great because it's half my weight. I'm able to control the muscles on my back perfectly, and half the weight allows me to gain a lot more strength than you think. It's a lot better than a pull-up with my whole weight, because it just is, actually. And then you would be a lot stronger on a full weight pull-up, so to speak. So it's not only an exercise that allows me to do a lot of reps, but it's also amazing for the back. I can feel it in all my muscles, and I can control them, so to speak, and engage them in a perfect way. It's all up to me. It's mind to muscle connection. But the point is, that's a great exercise for the back muscles. It feels amazing, and I do this till I feel that I can no longer do it. So I do a few till failure, you can say, but technical failure, which means that the first rep should be as the last rep, meaning that if you can't perform the first rep in the same way that you can perform the last rep, then you should stop. So that is technical failure. The quality of a rep should be the same. Then I switch to biceps, bicep pull-ups. And then I switched to basically overhead press. This is pretty heavy for me. And I put the chain on the right side because my right shoulder is a bit underdeveloped compared to my left shoulder. And I have to fix that, and actually I do have progress on the shoulder. It's getting bigger, it's getting the same as the left shoulder, so all is well and good at that department. I'm happy about that. So I always do behind the head and the normal ones. I don't have any problem with mobility or any pains, so I'm able to perform the movement behind the head, and I find it to be very, very beneficial for the shoulders. Up next is the exercises with the resistant bands. Now everybody can buy some resistant bands, and I do think that it's a must because you can bring them anywhere, and they are light and they pack a very good heavy workout. Believe me, you can even buy more advanced ones. So these are pretty heavy as well. I can now stretch them all, which is amazing because before I just couldn't do that. And this exercise, of course, is for the back muscles. You can try different grips, which I'm going to show you to target different muscles on the back. First is the pull, where you bring the resistant bands towards your stomach and you hold. You try to keep time under tension. You try to make every movement as the same quality as the first one until you can no longer perform the movement with that same quality. So that is the key. Again, I train to technical failure. I do not count the reps. So I pull, I squeeze, I engage my back muscles, I establish mind to muscle connection, and I basically control which are the muscles that I'm training on the back. Of course, that's also is happening when I change the grips, but the whole time that I'm doing each and every movement, I'm keeping my core tight and then I pull. So every time that you perform any exercise that has to do with any kind of pulling, pushing, whatever it is, you always first keep your core tight and steady. Your stomach tucked in, so to speak. You're engaging your core muscles and then you pull. In that way, you have stability, you have strength, and you also training your muscles that are behind the abs. So actually, guys, that should be the first thing that you have to remember every time that you pull or push or whatever it is. You engage your core first and you keep it tight and then you perform the movement. That is the most fundamental thing, the default thing that you must do. So yeah, these are the different grip types that I'm doing, as you can see. First it was for the middle of the back. I'm keeping my scapula retracted, and then I'm doing for the upper part of the back, for the back muscles, everything that is on the upper part of the back. It's freaking amazing. And as you can see, I also keep the time under tension. Everything is controlled. I don't just let go fast. I also control the negative as well as the initial pull. So yeah, that is the key. And some bicep curls, guys. I love to do them in such a way with the bands. It feels great. It's very difficult, and I can literally feel every muscle fiber in my biceps and in my forearms contracting. It's freaking awesome. So same principle applies. Keep your core tight and just focus on the movement and feel your muscles. Pull only with the muscles that you want to train. Do not put any stress on your joints and watch the angles in which you are doing the exercise. Now some standards bicep curls with the resistant bands. I just step on the resistant bands and pull. That's pretty much it. Once again, I'm keeping everything very controlled and I don't move my elbows. Just lift and try to keep everything very, very under control as always. So it's definitely one of the most effective way to train biceps. Here's from one of the sides and then from the other side. Although it's too bright to see any definition, I hope that you can still tell that I have some gains there. Now it's time to show you the push-ups that are with an angle. I put my legs on the sofa and basically do them with my dumbbells that are pretty stable on the floor. It's better for the wrist that way. It's more comfortable. It's more effective, I feel. So it's a great exercise and you can really feel it. It's much more difficult than a regular push-up. And you can also do different grips for the triceps. As you can see right now, just change the position of the dumbbells, or you can do it without the dumbbells, but I recommend if you have some kind of a handles to do it with handles. And you just squeeze everything out of this. You feel everything. And once again, the first rep should be as the same as the last rep. And if you can no longer do that and start to you start to tremble or anything like that, just stop basically and rest a bit and try it again with another set. Although this is very, very difficult, I love to do these because it's extremely hard on the triceps and you can really feel them burn, and you can feel the tension, and it's just awesome. Yeah, it's painful, it's difficult, but it's totally worth it. Now, something very interesting. This is for the forearm. One of my friends, Irko, gave me this idea to just strap a weight onto something and to do this motion. There's actually similar machines that I saw in one of Mike Thurston's latest videos. He went in the gym in Dubai and they had similar thing in the gym, and I was very surprised because I never ever saw this as a type of any kind of equipment in the gym. But yeah, anyways, it's awesome. It's one of the best ways to train forearms. You'll definitely feel the burn like nothing else. This for me is the most effective exercise for forearms, guys. The pain is excruciating. After the first few repetitions, it's just one of the most sensational things you ever felt in a muscle. I guarantee it. And sometimes I do one of these. It's not very comfortable, but it does the job, and yeah, it's hard to do. I also like to do bicep curls with this closed bar. I don't know if that's the name of it exactly, but I love it. This day I didn't feel very good, so it was unusually heavy. I was tired, I didn't have enough sleep. So that's why it feels so heavy, but it's usually not. It's around 20 something kilos again. And this is great exercise for the shoulders. You can really feel the burn. It's very isolated, you can say, movement. Directly targets the shoulders very, very well. And once again, concentrating on the movement. Then I switch to this exercise for the back, which I usually do with the bigger barbell behind me, but because I just love to switch from one exercise to the other, I just did it real quick. I didn't have any more strength to do that for the shoulder, so I just switched to the other movement. It's what I like to do sometimes. Here I got a bit angrier because I didn't have any strength, so I kind of called it out from the earth and I started doing these a lot better with a lot more energy. It's usually what happens when I work out for a long time, because I usually work out for like hour and a half, 2 hours. So I just got angrier and I went for it. Okay guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm gonna try to do another one with more exercises and more for the upper part, more for the lower part of the body. Although I do train everything, but it's impossible to film everything. I managed to film this in a matter of few days. So yeah, I do so many exercises for everything. And now that we are under this situation, I'm training like 3 or 4 times a day, just in little intervals. Sometimes I do longer interval of an hour, or some little ones from 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there. But I always train every single day. I don't really take days off unless I really feel so I let my body tell me that it needs rest. Most of the time that's not the case. I'm just keep going, and I'm getting great results for 3 years. Yeah, consecutive 3 years. Now I just have to lean down so I can show all the definition with the fasting and a bit of a calorie deficit, but sufficient protein. Anyway guys, I hope that you found this somehow useful, and let me know what you want to see in the future. And keep safe guys, take care, thank you very much, and kisses and hugs, my Gary D's. Bye bye.
Like you, be strong to hold the powers of the sun. To dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one, only one. I was an ordinary boy until I broke the rules. My life destroyed, a life destroyed. a superhero. Superhero. Can I be your superhero? Superhero. 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 Fly up away. It's the first time of today. Today. To dream, believe. You are the strength, you're all I need. Need. Oh, gonna give it a shot. Only one of me to shield you all from the enemy. You're a superhero. You're a superhero.